Now, you're going to be able to hear it, and then you're not going to be able to hear it for a second. While I was going through marking the map, I turned off the audio so I could watch other videos so that I could get it all marked. So let me go back to the options, audio. Let me turn this up. Okay, that should be good. All right. So, 96%. Okay. So I'm going to show you the map first and talk about what we're missing. Okay, so... So, what we're missing here. We have an NPC we need to talk to here. We need to talk to the patio. We have 3 cherubs we're missing, 2 of which are down here. There's also an event that we need to listen to here. That's what that green marker is. So the cherubs are there, and there. There's also a person we need to talk to here. I did advance some stuff, so we did miss out on a little content, but I didn't like end their storyline because I wanted to show you that. Then also these treasure chests I've marked as places that we need to go back and get. What are they called? The prayer beads. These red marks are marks for where the procession was. Apparently, whenever the procession leaves, they leave behind marks of martyrdom. So we need those to finish out our skill tree. And like I said, treasure, cherubs. We're missing 4 cherubs, so there's 2 on this side and then 2 at the bottom. We've got, I think, 3. There's like 3 beads we need. And then the question marks, there's 10 of these question marks, and what they are is they are special. Where's that? Yeah, that. There's special things where if we use one of our prayers, it's the bell. It'll mark the figure 8 that you saw when the game was loading, the blasphemous mark. It'll mark one of those, and there's 10 of those hidden throughout the world, and I went ahead and marked them to kind of show you where they're at, because I figured if we're going to do a little bit of collection here at the stream, I might as well show you as much of the collection as I can, so that you can come back to this video and be like, where were those hidden marks? Where was those beads? Where were those whatever? You'll be able to come find them here. The only thing I got off stream were some of the other little marks of martyrdom that weren't obvious. Obviously, we still have to finish the tower, which has some stuff. But since we're in town, let's go talk to the NPC. I want basically what happened here. And you might notice we have another cherub up there with the veil over their head. The reason for that is if you give the guy that takes your guilt enough guilt, it turns out like this. You'll notice all of the roses and flowers and stuff have been burnt, right?
Behold the empty shell of your confessor, penitent one. He paid the price for my liberation with his fragile flesh and withered skin. He still remains, but his voice is now mine. One last reward I offer thee in exchange for the continued satiation of your guilt.
Okay. Now, remembrances usually give us altar pieces. So, but I wanted to show you that if you give the guy enough guilt, he turns into something else. And I believe what that means is if we have guilt, we can now get rid of it here. Because usually when the cherub shows up, that means we get something, right? So like when the what's this called? The sculptor died, we got the altar piece of favor. So I'm guessing if we have guilt, we can actually get rid of it here now. But let's give it to his daughter, and she should be able to give us the altar piece of the confessor.
I am at your service.
There we go.
I have carved it.
Okay. we'll take a look at it real quick. Okay, oh, there was one thing I wanted to show. I had changed this to, where is she? We had the maiden in there. There's the confessor right there. Causes increases damage caused when accumulation of guilt is high. This is a special thing. So when we ran into an NPC, he gifted us the maiden sculpture. Now, if you kill enough enemies with the maiden sculpture, it breaks, right? So I've already broken this 2 times. When you break it a 3rd time like this, you can take it back to him. And I wanted to show you guys what happens when we do that. That was another NPC that I wanted to stop by. It's right over here. So I marked it with a skull. Wherever there's a skull, that means that there's an NPC we need to talk to. So the maiden, by default, gives you 2 it gives you 2 like percent or 3% critical strike chance, right? But if you bring it to him, and as you can see, he's kind of melting away.
On I shall be one with, and then my soul will be forever sweet and golden.
So he's falling into honey.
Let not your spirit be grieved. The honey will repair all the damage done to my gift.
And when you break it 3 times, it becomes the unwavering one.
Take the figure, and behold its unmatched, dazzling, golden radiance.
So, and what the unwavering one does, let's go back to, and if we come back, he's gone. He has become one with the honey. But the unwavering one, I guess I could just show you here, is a very strong. It gives you more critical strike chance and does more crit damage. So that's why breaking it a few times is helpful, is because if you just leave it at the the second broke, it will be like 10% crit chance. Now it's crit chance and crit damage, and now it won't break anymore. So that's the purpose of doing that, if you were wondering. So let's go back to the city. So like I said, I wanted to show you guys all this stuff so that you knew. Okay, so that one's taken care of, and that one's taken care of. All right, so we're gonna go to the patio next, because that one will be pretty quick as well. That's what I have marked with the blue, because the blue is the patio has an extra step to it before he goes away. So we're gonna do that now. Yeah, okay. So am I heading the right way? I am. I am indeed. We're gonna go down here.
I must ask an undeserved favor of you before my last tremor comes upon me. Return this pendant, over which no one stands vigil, to the chamber inhabited by naught but the resounding footsteps of solitude.
Stolen pendant of solitude. Now, if you remember, he said he robbed an old lady.
Return this.
I think that's what that's in reference to. I think the old lady that he robbed is, that's where this pendant came from. We can actually read it, probably. And now I know of my punishment, and I know its name is death. Not my own, but that of others, that of everything around me. I witness death as it erases all that surrounds my being, all happiness, beauty, and hope harbored in the hearts of those I once called close. Doomed to solitude, to the blackness found behind these cold bars, behind this heavy curtain that only my voice can pierce. Moribund as they sound, my words are all that I can use to warn the fools that try to approach this place. No one knows my name nor my pain, and so I can only wait. Wait that someday might the miracle take mercy on me and free me from this curse. So, if you remember correctly, there was a house up here. And there was nothing, I think there was an item in it, but there's basically nothing in it, right? So this is where we take the pendant. I believe we have to return to him. I want to double check nothing changes in here. Okay. So now we're going to return and talk to him one last time, and then he will be good to go. Okay. And now you notice the plants that were in that room are now here.
Oh, light that blinds me, yet fills me with sheer joy. Are you perchance life?
So if you paid attention when we went in the room, there were two plants at the foot of the bed, and now these are growing.
The very same that will finally open the locks to my rusty bars, liberating me from my damnation.
I believe that's it. Yeah. So that's it. That's how that story ends. So let's go ahead and clear those, and then I believe it's time to start actually doing some collectible hunting. No, we got one more thing we need to stop and do before we do collectible hunting. We'll actually be able to get a collectible in that room, but I think that's it as of NPC stuff. So, go back to the city. And you might remember I mentioned yesterday when we were walking through an area, there was a voice that was talking to us. Basically, he had mirrored what I was saying at the time. Turns out there's two more voice lines for that. So if you played the first game, Mother should sound familiar. That is an important place in Blasphemous 1. So if we stand here, we'll hear the echoes of the past.
Has not abandoned us.
So you have to get 3 voice lines, and then you'll get an achievement. So you just have to stand here until the old narrator slash final boss tells you a little bit. There you go. So you heard the do-do-do, that was the achievement. So you have to listen to 3 voice lines there. It's very, very easy achievement to get, but I did want to show that. Now, the thing I need to show over here, where are you? Trying to figure out where it's at. I think it's over here. Oh yeah, it's near the tree. So if you look, I think I can get it to light up. Let me get the right spell in place. Oh yeah. So if you look, it's kind of hard to see. I'll move it over so I can point at it. Right here, this tree branch makes part of the 8. I believe that's where it's at. You could kind of see it. Like I said, I'll try to trace it here. So this is half of the 8, and this is the other half. So these kinds of symbols are hidden all throughout the map. And if you use the bell, they light up like that. So that made it a bit easier to see. There are 10 of those hidden throughout. I've noticed those as our playthrough. You can also see it's our currency up there. It's the same symbol as the currency. I've seen those throughout our playthrough because I was like, that symbol looks familiar. And I've mentioned it a couple times. So a couple of these we've already found before. I just didn't know what to do with them. But you have to use the bell prayer. So, the next one was another one where I was like, that looks different. So let's go ahead and unmark. Oh, we should have went back and got that cherub. We'll go back and get that cherub in just a second. The other one's actually near town, because when I saw it, I was like, that makes this a special bell. I don't know if I iterated that to chat, but in my head, I was like, there's something different about this bell. Turns out I was right. So you see that 8 symbols on this bell. Usually there's a face there. So it lights up. Again, there are 10 of those, and we will be knocking those out. So let's go back and get the cherub. I think they're called, like, Children of Light or something like that. Children of Moonlight. I can't remember what they're called in the first game, but the little cherubs actually do have a different name. I just call them cherubs because the achievement is no cherub left behind. So even the achievement calls them cherubs. All right, so let's go back down here. Because there's 2 items here. There's a cherub on the left and a bead on the right. Sorry, my brain was not getting the word bead for some reason. So we'll get both of those while we're down here. So you can see the cherub right there. So that's 1. Remember, we're missing 4 of those. So now we're gonna go get the... Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, these are the beads. These are the rosary beads. So you can see right there, we're missing 3 rosary beads. There's also an achievement for that. Now, I will say one thing. These beads are not like... of course, they're required for an achievement, but like... These really just kind of help you, and as you see, I've switched to all resistance, which is what I said I was going to do. Reason being is you can only get, you can see in the bottom left, you can only get 4 marks of martyrdom from like the killing of monsters and stuff. So the rest of the marks that you need to get all of your skills, so you'll see we have 0 and we need 9 more. We'll be getting those, don't worry about it. Those do have a limit. You don't get those infinitely until you level up. So you do have to find all the marks on the map, plus do the enough killing to get the marks. And I'm talking about in the bottom left over there where it says max. So that's what I'm talking about right there. That's why I missed that bead. I should have known by the way the camera moved over. And actually what's funny is we went down the other ladder and I hit the wall from that side and nothing happened because I thought it was this way, not this way. So, Lips of the Golden Mask. Now, if I remember correctly, this should be yeah, basic fire resist. So from what I could tell is every resistance has a 1 to 3. So you can see like we have 2 mystic here, 3 basic, 3 miasma, stuff like that. So we already have the 3 fire. So yeah. So that one is knocked out, and so is that. I don't believe there's anything down here. There is another cherub across the way that we'll go get. And the cherubs are required for multiple collections. So it's not just, oh, don't worry about the cherubs. You need those for all the altar pieces. You need those for all the marks of martyrdom, all of that. So the cherubs are absolutely essential in... Oh, I went the wrong way. I was like, wait, this is just a big circle. They're absolutely essential in getting multiple collections finished. So on top of having their own achievement, this is also a dead end. I need to go up. They also are part of like 3 other achievements. So if you're wondering like, okay, why have I not gotten a whole bunch of achievements? That's probably why. You probably haven't done the cherubs yet. And there are 33 of them, so it's very easy to miss them. Some of them are obvious, and some of them are less than obvious. I'll show you one that should have been obvious, but depending on how fast you move, it won't be obvious. All right, we're coming up to it. Okay. No, I just need to go... What was this way? Oh, yeah, that guy. Oh. Okay. This one is up there. So this one's pretty easy to miss. Hey, Rainmaker, how you doing today? Because you have to hit the bell, and then you have to come all the way back up here, and then you have to grab that. So that's that one knocked out. So now we need to go back here. Allergies are kicking your butt, but you're doing all right. Yeah, I understand that. Allergies are a colossal pain. But I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. We're just finishing up some collection stuff before facing off with the final boss. So I'm showing a lot of that stuff off so that people can come back to this video and find all this stuff. But yeah. So we're doing some collection stuff and then boss. But I definitely understand the allergies. There's sometimes where I just can't breathe. So I completely understand. All right, so the next one we need to go to is going to be this one. I believe the cherub is also here. You can't put 2 marks in the same spot. I think they're both in the same area, but we'll go over there and get that. Sunken Cathedral. Yeah, so they're in the same spot. This one's an interesting one. 'Cause at first I thought we had to get like higher in order to get it, but as you can see, it's kind of difficult to get that way. Well, it turns out... Where is it? No, we have it. There it is. We can do that. So... There you go. Now, you might noticed, or you might not have noticed, you see that statue right there? You see the symbol it's holding? Just like our Tears of Atonement up there? That's another one of the hidden icons. That one I noticed. That's why I was like, none of these other statues are holding anything except this one, which is holding the Tears of Atonement. So as we play the game, I've noticed these, but I didn't know how to interact with them, like I said earlier. So you have to use... Oh, by the way, the chant we're using to do that is the Chime of the Twisted One. It does actually do damage as well, but the other use of it is to do these hidden spots. So cherub and hidden icon done. All right, so now we need to go back to the start and head that way. The one that we're heading to is the most obvious one. Of the hidden symbols. Because it literally shows you when you start the game. So if you remember, these are the 3 statues where we picked a weapon. Right here on the sarcophagus, you can see it's another one of those symbols. That one's the easy one. But unfortunately, you don't get this bell until further in the game, so you'd have to come back here and get that one. All right, so we need to go to this one and work our way up. Is it quicker just to go? It might be quicker just to go this way. But yeah, Blasphemous loves hiding things, which makes the collecting part fun. Like I said, I went and watched some videos because I didn't want to waste too much time with me scouring every inch of the map. I know that can be very unfun for people, so I went ahead and just marked them so that we could knock them out. All right, we need to change. What does this do? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Hey, Falseco, how you doing today? How's your streaming been going, by the way? I've been trying to catch them, but unfortunately, a lot of stuff's been happening for me this week. I saw you did, like, one of your streams actually did, like, really well recently. Okay, we need to take out this guy. I'm well, hope you have been. Yeah, stream's been well, same old, same old. Oh, it did? Yeah, I thought I saw something on one of your streams where it had like a pretty good amount of viewers, but maybe I misread it or something, but... Okay. Okay, so we need to go up and over and that way. Okay. So that's this. Over, up, one level. Okay, that was nothing. Okay, not that. How does this one work? Does it stay on the ground, do multiple hits? Kind of does. Trying to find out which prayer is the most beneficial. This one's pretty good if they're weak to fire, because you just hold the button down and it just fires them, basically. Everything's going a lot better now. There was just a lot of stuff that came up, like I said. So you could just hold this down. It's like a flamethrower. Not very strong, but it's not bad. Still think I prefer the blood disc. Seems to have a pretty good damage threshold. But yeah, things are going better, yes, than they were, so. don't remember where this one was. It was up here? No. Better is always good. Yes. Yes, it is. Is it in here? No. Oh, this was another thing. There was a very strange thing in here. I think we showed it off yesterday. There was a guy breastfeeding this wax baby, and you had to bring the wax seeds here to create the sisters. It's very strange. Where is that? Okay, this is where we got this mode. I have this marked, like there's an item here. But I don't... Because there's one here. And one here. So I don't think this mark is actually correct. We're only missing 2 beads. Yeah, I don't think this mark is right. I think that mark's wrong. All right. So let's go back down and get to the next bit of stuff. We'll put a green mark there just in case we need to remember that, but I do believe that was mismarked. Okay. And the next one we need to go to... Nope, that's not it. This one. So this one's a little sneaky. You actually can't see it because I'm in the way, but it's right here. It's right in the top of the bed frame. Okay. Now we can go back down. Now we need to go here. Two moons. Can't remember where this one was. I know it's really sneaky. Oh, I remember where it is. It's behind that mirror. That one was one of the sneaky ones. When I saw the video, I'm like, ooh, that's... That was probably going to be one of the easiest ones to miss. Okay, now we need to go... Let's see, how do we get here? We need to go from this one into this room up here, flip it, and then get there. That's what we need to do, so... Zip. Okay, I forgot that knocks you back. There we go. Alright, now I need to go up. Oh. So this one, now we need to go here. Because remember, the mechanic is that this area is split. So there's a top and a bottom, but it's mirrored. The reason why it's called Two Moons is if you look at a lake when the moon is out, you'll see a moon in the lake and in the sky. That's why it's called Two Moons. That's also why its mechanic is that it's mirrored. It's mirrored on the lake is the idea. So, in case that wasn't clear when we were first doing this. Okay. Now... Oh, yeah, I remember this one's actually a little bit weird. I think we can still do it. Trying to remember. Did I already grab this one? I did this a couple of days ago, so I've forgotten where some of these are. I don't think it's a bell, right? Let's mark that now. I thought it was in the middle there. Maybe that's just another leftover mark. Because I marked a bunch of stuff, so it might just be a leftover thing. That's fine. Again, we'll leave a mark there just in case. I might have to look some of it up again, unfortunately, but oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Now the next thing we're gonna grab is up here. You stop that. Okay. Okay. There we go. Scratched face from the canvas. I believe this is the final mystical damage one. So now we're just missing one treasure. There's a cherub that's also over here. So let's go get that. Is it quicker to go this way? It looks like it'd be quick to just go that way. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. We have to take the elevator, which means we need to go down to this one, actually. Let's do a little bit of a sprayer swap here. Go back to town. We have to go to this one. How many were missing? Okay, this should be the last chair. Sorry, getting out because work. Oh, that's fine. You don't ever have to apologize for that. I understand what time that I stream at. I'm just glad you're here, to be honest. It's always nice to have people in chat that are, at the very least, enjoying the game. So, but yeah, no, you don't ever have to apologize being in and out. I completely understand. First thing I would watch, just listening is hard because I'm on. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. No, I actually have a friend whose job is like call center stuff, so I completely understand. Okay. Now this cherub, I believe, is on the left-hand side, but I want to take these guys out. Where is this cherub? Wait, this is not where it's at. I know where the last cherub is. Huh. Last cherub's down here. I know that because I used my eyes. That one I saw with my own 2 eyes. I just missed it. But yeah, like I said, you don't have to ever apologize for work or work-related things. I completely understand. Like I said, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you enjoy enough to hang out, even if it is just visually or auditorily or just being here because you want to. I appreciate all of that. So it is absolutely no big deal. Okay. So this one is a little sneaky. You see it right there? Right above my head? So this one gets hidden by the background, well, the foreground, so you can't see that it's there unless you come at it from this angle. So you can see it, like I said, it's right above my head. That one's a sneaky one. Yeah, I just feel bad because I leave in the midst of the conversation. Oh, no, that's fine. I'm so used to talking to myself. It's completely a-okay. I was a college professor for 3 years. I could talk my head off even if no one's there. I'm sure there's walls that would rather have their paint fall off than to listen to me any longer. So no big deal. No big deal. All right, we need to go over here. All right, so we're gonna finish up getting all the hidden marks and the beads, and then we'll go do the cherub tower to finish off the rest of it. You did hear that I did get the achievement for finding all the cherubs, so... So, this one's also kind of sneaky. If you look in the, not the web that's in the middle, but right next to it, there's a little figure 8 in the actual webbing. It's very hard to see, but it does exist, I promise you. You'll see it light up there in a second. There you go, right up there. That one's sneaky. All right, so we're still missing 1 bead. And a few more question marks. All right, there's a question mark there. There's a question mark there. So let's go do this one since it's so close to that. And then we'll do both of these at the same time. So this is another hidden thing. This is probably the bead right there. So it looks like we just need to go to this area right here in total. So remember, these are where the processions were. So there was a procession here, a procession here. I believe there's another procession down here. That's where the last marks of martyrdom that we're going to get, except the ones that are in the tower, of course. Let's grab this one real quick. I want to show you what I was talking about. So this was an area where the first procession was, and they leave behind this. So let's actually go to the top. What? Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Thank you. We'll go to the top one and we'll work our way down. But yeah. So if you're wondering what you're supposed to get at the end of the procession stuff, is they leave these behind. So we have 5. We need 9 total. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that 3, and then now we're missing 4. So that's done. So we're gonna head down, grab this bead, head down, and then back. So that's what we'll do to okay, that's not out of the way. Oof, that was a close one. All right, we need to go down. Ow. Without getting stabbed repeatedly. Okay, that's what I figured was down there. I don't know why. I was like, oh yeah, we can just jump straight there. Okay, that's that way. There we go. This is where we want. I'm trying to remember. Ah, here it is. Zoop. So this one's tricky. You have to find this hidden area. Then you also have to hit this bell and make your way back here. And this will be our last prayer bead. There you go. Perforated liar's tongue. It's fun. It's the slightly resist miasma. So there you go. Alright, so now that's the last one of those. Let's grab these question marks here and here. heal, just in case something wants to hit us. I don't remember exactly where this one was. I have a question mark marked here, but I'm not sure where it's at. There it is. Okay. I figured it was in the background somewhere. I just couldn't remember exactly. Alright. Okay. And then this was where another procession was. And we've already gotten that one. So, just wanted to show you guys those. Okay, so now we need to get to this one, which we might have already gotten, but we'll double check. Where are our question marks? Is there any more? Yeah, so there's one right there. We could probably... Nah, let's just... Oh, we don't have enough. I don't think we have enough to go back to town. Hold on. Might not be able to do this. We'll have to actually run. Okay, no, we can go back to town. Good. Okay. So we've got a few of these. Let's go here first. I believe we've already gotten this one too, but... Yes, we've got that one. Okay. So that... Nope. Not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Okay. The next question mark was up here. We don't need that anymore. Up there, so... Crown of Towers. So this one's pretty easy. You can see it dangling right there, right here where I'm jumping at. That one's a pretty easy one. Let me get the right thing on. That's done. I think we're done with the right side of the map. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Okay, there's one there. Don't need this anymore. I think that should be our last one, is the one in that corner there. And then we'll go back to the Cherub Tower to finish that up. Okay, so what's the quickest way to get here? Okay, there's a pre-do right there. So... As far as I know, you don't get anything but an achievement for doing all these hidden things. So if you're wondering if it's worth your time, it just depends on if you're like me and you like getting achievements. I usually, if I really enjoy a game, I will try to get as many of the achievements as I can. Sometimes they'll have like really hard challenges to kind of like finish up the achievements, and in those cases I usually just say, nah, I love the game, but I'm not going to do that. But so you might remember I got here and I was like, there's nothing here. If you look at the very top right up here of this tower, you can see the figure 8, and there you go. That is our last one. So that is all of those. So now let's just go back and let's go. The reason I saved that one for last is because I knew the cherubs are right here. So let's go do the cherubs, and then that'll basically be it. We'll have to make another stop in town, but we'll basically be ready to go for the final boss. Like I said, I wanted to show you guys all that stuff so you can kind of see what you're looking for, what you can get, you know, what's going on. And of course, we found all of these. And there you go. So now we just got to climb to the top of this tower.
Penitent one of uncompromising will, my brothers and I are grateful to thee. See how they rise, as if the weight of their bodies had been taken away from them, and with it, their sorrows. The road is now complete. The highest point of this garden awaits thee.
Okay. I think if I did my math right, there's like 3 or 4 achievements that's actually locked behind doing this tower. So, on top of the actual stuff you get from doing the tower, obviously, for people that aren't achievement hunters, it still might be worth doing. I'm not sure what exactly the things you get from the tower do. But we are about to find out. So, Marks of Martyrdom. There's the 4 that we were missing. So if we go over here, you'll see that we have 6. And we needed 6. So, there you go. All of the weapons are unlocked. So actually, there's a bunch of things. I think there might be, now that I think about it, there's weapons, which gives you all weapons, so that's 2. Altarpiece, Remembrance. Yeah, there might be like 5 or 6 achievements here, actually. Giant Rattle, that's important. Now, here's the thing. If you don't pay attention, you might miss that wall grab right there, right? And you're like, why is this here? That's because there's a hidden chest up here. Gregor. Now this, yeah, no, that makes like 6 or 7 achievements. We'll talk about the altar pieces here in a second. Yes, I did mean to fall in the hole, because now we have to take the rattle back to our friend down here, Proximio. Agree.
Your deeds fill us with joy, penitent one. You shall always find a home in this garden. We surrender ourselves to your charity.
That's another achievement, is to get all the remembrances.
Your deeds, you shall we surrender.
So now should be a, yeah, I must say there should be a thing pretty close by. So now we can travel. Actually, we could just go back to the city. Travel to the city. Okay, we have 2. Is it 2 or 1? I think we have 1 remembrance to turn in.
I am at your side.
There's all the remembrances. And the last figure. So yeah, there's like 6 achievements tied up to that tower. No, actually there might be more than that. There's a lot of achievements in that tower. I'm just gonna leave it at a lot. I'm tired of doing the math in my head. Because basically, there's a sculpture. Getting all the sculptures, getting all the what do we just turn in? The remembrances. There's finding all the cherubs. There's there's another one in there. Oh, the Marks of Martyrdom, which is 2 achievements. There's one for leveling up a weapon all the way, and then there's one for leveling all the weapons up the way. And then there is an ending that's tied to doing it as well. So, yeah, there's like 6 achievements just in that tower alone. So, all right, so we've officially finished all of that. You can see 99% of the map. We have all the weapon memories. We have all of these figures. All of the figures. We have all of the prayers. This is somehow all of the prayers. Got that pretty early on. We have all of the prayer beads. We've done basically everything we can possibly do in this game except beat the final boss. So, going to switch this chant. This one apparently does a lot of damage. All right, so we're gonna adjust our altar piece here. Okay, what is she? She is a sword, which we do not have. We could go double crit chance, which should give us, oh, I guess that's strength. Okay. Could go with that. I'm trying to figure out a good setup for our abilities, basically. Do that. And the reason why I'm trying to get these favors is because it gives us strength of our weapon. This is the only one I'm not, like, having all this crit is going to be really helpful, but is it more helpful than doing prayer stuff? Like, fervor cost of prayers wouldn't be bad. Critical hit while using prayers. Mystical damage. Maybe we just go high on the prayers here. that. Hold on, we can, one thing I really like is you can actually set a preset. So this is our normal preset. This is a critical preset. There's an achievement to do 250 damage or more in a single hit. This sets you up so you can do a critical. So let's create this one. This one's gonna be like our prayer one. This one's our prayer and verdicto. This is this prayer. There we go. So we'll do that. Okay, so I think we're officially ready to fight the final boss. Hi, Maddie. I'm doing fine. How are you today? All right. I do want to check one thing before we go do the final boss, though. There is another door. That's up here. And I need to know if it's open. It does open. Okay. So this looks like an empty room. We'll come back to this room. I know what that room is for, but we'll come back to it. So. My day's going well. My day's going well. We're about to fight the final boss of this game. So, we'll see how it goes. It might get progressively worse as this boss continues to kick our butt, but we'll see. Alright. Here we go. Your expiation? I don't know what that word means. Are you ready to ascend? Yes. What other games do I play? We play retro games, we play horror games, and then we play a little bit of variety depending on what releases. We just got done with the Baldur's Gate playthrough, and we're going to be playing Shadow Hearts after this.
Fathers, I am the heir of your all-encompassing light. Devotion itself, embodied in weathered flesh and gilded filigree. Your magnum opus. Though I am crowned with your glory, why do you censure my presence alongside you? What is this obscure darkness of unanswered cries that prevents me from understanding the purpose of my birth? Are the same crimson clouds that heralded my welcome the grave omen of your judgment? If this confrontation is proof of thy dignity of your glory, then so be it.
Okay. Ah! Okay, we need to heal. Oof. This boss does a lot of damage. Then again, it is the final boss, so. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They come back? Okay. Okay, this is not going to be easy. Which I would expect. It's the final boss, so. Okay, we're definitely gonna die here. Yikes. You play RE, Phasma, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. Yeah, I've played all of those except Resident Evil. I was never a big Resident Evil fan, but I do own basically all of them on Steam. And we'll be doing that sometime, but yikes, this boss fight's going to be rough. Thank you, Francis. I think that's how you say that. For the follow. Welcome in. All right. Thought I would be doing more damage with this prayer, but doesn't seem to be doing as much damage as I expected. Dark Souls and Elden Ring are not much horror games, but I mean, Dark Souls 1 definitely was leaning that way. Demon Souls even more so. I am having a good day. Thank you, Francis. Do I stream every day? I stream 5 days a week. I used to stream every day, but I decided to take weekends off. I think horror games, the games are much attention taking, even if I play the games. Okay, we can skip this. Okay, I need to figure out how to dodge some of these. Okay, heal again. Okay, I don't think I'm jumping soon enough for that. Oof. I'll answer all your questions here in a second. I'm currently fighting the final boss of this game, and as you can see, it's no joke. Okay, so you can double jump. I was just misjumping. Okay, did not want to land there. Yeah, I'm gonna die again. Do I stream professionally as a hobby? Technically both. All you need to do to be a professional is get paid to do it. I have made money doing it, so technically you can argue that that is professional. But it's also still kind of a hobby too. So yeah, please don't advertise, Francis. You're like the fourth person to come in here and be like, I'm an artist and I do things. Cool. If you look at my Twitter bio, I'm also an artist. So thank you though. No, you're not going to show me your art stuff on Discord. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just take the stand here. I'm just gonna start banning people that advertise. I'm done playing this game. It's been like 2 weeks and I've had like 6 people come in. Like I'm tired of it. Because I had somebody come in and do exactly what Francis just did. They follow me, they say, hey, how you doing? I make stuff, and then they don't continue to follow. They literally unfollow the moment that they follow, just so they can get on the thing. I'm done. I'm done playing this game. So I'm gonna have to make a post on Twitter about this because I am so tired of it. Like, I get it. You make art. There's a lot of things that have made making art easier. And that's great. I'm glad more people are trying to be artists, but if you'd spend 5 seconds looking at any of my profiles, you would realize I am an artist too, and I'm not gonna just randomly give commissions to people that come into my chat and advertise. It's not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna start banning. I'm just gonna start banning people. I'm done. Like I said, I'm not playing this game anymore. Jesus Christ. I'm not playing this game anymore because it's so selfish. It is one of the most selfish things you can do, to come into someone else's chat and be like, "Hey, I make stuff for people. You should definitely give me your Discord and stuff so you can see my stuff." And it's just like, that's the first thing you're gonna say when coming in here? Really? Really? Because it was like, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm doing fine." "Did you know I make stuff?" No, you literally just said hi, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care if I lose followers because of it. I've been doing art since like 2008. Mostly it's 3D art, but like I know how to do commissions. I know what I need and where I need it, and I don't need people coming into my chat being like, "I make stuff." Cool. That's awesome. I'm very proud of you. Okay. First things first, we're gonna grab this. And we're gonna summon our Guardian. So our Guardian's gonna be able to do some damage while we can't. Would you stop swinging the wrong way? Jesus. Oh, God. Ugh. Man, sorry, it completely threw me off. I try to preach about kindness and consideration and stuff like that, but it's just very irritating when people do that. Because, like, if you look now, they're on the latest follower, so now they're gonna be like, "Aha, I'm the latest follow," so now they'll see my name. There used to be a way. Can't do it anymore. I'll have to go into the following to reset it, but I'll change it back to the last follower because it's so wrong to be like, "I'm here to support you as long as you pay attention that I sell stuff." It's like, no, it's not how Twitch works. Also, I will say, you're more likely to lose business by doing that than you are to gain it. Right? Like, the idea of the door-to-door salesman thing, it's kind of dead, right? People, like, I could literally just put graphic artist in a tweet, and then bam, it'll pop up with like a bajillion people being like, "I do art, I do art, I do art." It's just like, okay, let's do this. Like I said, I think it's great that more people are getting into it, but like, this is not the time nor the place to do that. Yeah. Ow. Okay, Jesus Christ. I could literally not move in that fire, but yeah, I like that thing. I'm just gonna start banning people now. The moment they say, "Hey, give me your Discord," or "Hey, what's your Discord?" No, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Okay, I don't think this prayer damage is gonna work. I'm gonna guess that this boss just has higher resistances to that stuff. So we're gonna switch back to our see, there it is, confess. So now we can do that here, but we're just gonna switch back to our other preset. Wait, there's something we need to change. There's one that the traitor, right? Yeah, the traitor gives us more damage. Let's see. That increases fire damage. So let's do that. More damage, more fire damage. there another one of these that we can do that will work? Automatically regenerate health, that would be nice. Automatically regenerate favor. What was the one we just got rid of? I think it was... So let's go with this. I think we're gonna try this setup. This one's gonna be more focused on us doing fire damage with our Verdicto than it is gonna be focused on prayers. Because I think our Verdicto just does more damage than the prayers do, so I'm having a feeling that if we just light up Verdicto and swing, we should be able to do more damage than our prayer was doing. Okay, I tried to dodge again, but it didn't work. Okay, we gotta dodge them in the middle. I'm gonna get exploded into the... Ooh, we almost died. Okay. We're still gonna die. Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. There are just so many things on screen. Okay. Try this again. It's weird, because I feel like every time we come in here, whatever we're trying to do does less damage. It's very strange. Because, like, at first, our Fire Verdicto was doing, like, good damage, and now it's not doing basically any damage in comparison. I don't know what's happening. Trying to hit this button. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to do that. I really wish those didn't knock you into the fire. That's kind of irritating. Okay, I tried to double jump twice there, and it just ate the jump. Dang it. Ah, I tried to heal, but I got stuck in the swinging animation. Okay. We've got a better plan for this now. Let's go ahead and confess.
Do you wish?
There we go. Get our fervor back. We need to start out with the Guardian. Power up, get fervor, go to fire. Fire does really good against the flowers, which should make sense, obviously, but... Oh, what? Okay. This healing animation is killing me, man. You jump when I tell you to jump? Jesus. Okay, this is really annoying mechanic. There's twice that I've taken out all these flowers, and it's just like, nah, you still got flowers. Like that, right there. It should have been done right there. Okay, I don't know why that didn't work. Well, we're out of healing, so if we don't nail it now, we're gonna die. Yep. So the hitboxes on those explosions are a little weird because I think they have residual. It's not just when you see them. I think it's a little bit after. We can do this. We've beaten every other hard game that we've run into. We can beat this one too. Can you get up, please? Thank you. Well, that's new. What the heck? How am I supposed to dodge this? Got him. Whew. Summa Blasphema. We did it.
Now I understand. And for this, I offer thee my humble thanks. This pain is my baptismal sacrament that will unite us in communion to make it flesh. Thus, we will be reborn as a new symbol incarnate, overflowing with devotion. The beginning of a new era for the miracle. The second son.
All right. So, I will forewarn you, we are not done. There is another ending to this game that we'll be doing in just a second. So I'll give my thoughts after we do that ending. Okay. Now, in order to do that ending, you have to actually do some pretty sneaky stuff. So you remember that door we opened? Outside of that door, it said the four people wrapped in cloth carried him. Now, you might remember that we have these, right? They're wrapped in cloth. Now, what you have to do, you notice that it glows gold. So each one of those goes in a certain position. So you'll see that those four are golden now. The reason for that is in order to get the other ending, they have to be in that position, and then you come here. You'll notice this is interactable now. And now we have the incense of the envoys. You might be like, well, why is that important? Let's read it. Charred remains of the figure of the four envoys, salvaged from the embers. The ashes shall mark as worthy the skin of the one who performs the ultimate sacrifice, thus returning to the heavens. And we four shall descend, waving our immaculate canvases in the fine wind, and our blessings will then be thine. The great grace will then bestow upon thee the ultimate forgiveness, for our mere presence means absolution, and that is but the last step to walk in the way of penance. Now remember, we're the penitent one. So that's... Now, I don't know if we have to have the envoys there in order to... So they're gone. Actually, we can't do them. They're just gone. So, so we're gonna go back with this. What kind of damage does the Guardian do? It's mystical, yeah? We'll stick with what we have. Because we weren't really setting our Verdicto on fire as much as I would. Actually, let's check. Let's see if there's some stuff we can adjust. Let's go ahead and confess.
Do you wish?
Yes. Altarpiece of Favors. What do we got? Prayer damage, Verdicto damage, dodging skill, fervor generated, fervor cost. Okay, we don't need this one. We need this one. There we go. Hold on, let's make that the new preset. Oh, that was apply that preset. Don't. There we go. All right. So there we go. That is the thing we need to acquire in order to get the other ending. Oh, I didn't mean to go that way. So we'll have to beat that boss again. So it might take me a few more tries. So you'll have to bear with me. But I did want to show off both the endings because Blasphemous is an amazing game. Like I said, other than this penultimate boss, I have basically no complaints about this game. It's just, if you enjoyed Blasphemous 1, it's more Blasphemous. It's done really well. This guy that we're using to get up to the clouds, his movements and stuff were just so different than everybody else's. So it's very hard to manage for me personally. So I didn't like this particular fight, but the penultimate boss was kind of a dislike for me. But there we go. See, there we go. Give the incense of the envoys. We didn't have this choice before. Agreed. But yeah. Other than that, great. This boss is very reminiscent of the final boss from Blasphemous 1, so...
Higher will. Devotion, it's...
Okay, I was just trying to see if we got anything new. Ah, I keep jumping way too late for that. Oh, that was not a good jump. Ah! I'm not sure how we're supposed to dodge these. Oh, like that. Okay, it's got to be an air dodge. Do that, do a summon. There we go. No problem. Now we should get the other ending now, because we've given the ashes. So, let's go.
Dost thou respond to my pleas with pain? Pain in the flesh. Yet your very flesh I am. Pain in the heart. yet your heart itself I hold. My punishment will be your sole legacy. And I shall die. I shall die reconciled with the mystery of my birth.
The devotion of the many was made incarnate and suffered pain. The affliction cometh to an end, for the icon falls, and with it the miracle's designs, and its will so capricious. And so you shall ascend, both in body and soul, through dreamed kingdoms, to the holiest of places, to the cradle of all blessings, safe under our watchful eyes. And once there, you will be captured within the ancient canvas of light and time. The penitence is thus complete.
So there you go. Now, what's important about that ending is a lot of the characters you saw there were actually from Blasphemous 1. So they had made it to be to this area of light and canvas. Excuse me. So, we're going to let this play out. I'm going to, let's see. Let me turn this down for you guys just a bit. There we go. So we're going to have that going, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. I think this game is perfect for a Blasphemous sequel. I don't think any game is perfect from start to finish. It has issues, but as a Blasphemous sequel, they nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Like I said, I personally did not like the penultimate boss, the first penitent. Was not my favorite fight by far, but everything else, they nailed it. I think one thing that I did notice is this game definitely gives you the ability that every playthrough, or even you and your friends' playthroughs, will be different, right? Because what weapon you choose at the beginning indicates on basically where you can go, right? Now, there is a thing where I think there is still a strict path you must go, but you don't necessarily have to, right? There is an achievement that's called a Swift Rendezvous, I think, where you basically have to get all 3 weapons, the Ivy of Ascension, and then get down to the boss before the double jump, all within 30 minutes. Now, thankfully, there's a route where you don't have to fight any bosses except the tutorial boss. So I do recommend looking that up and seeing how that works if you are an achievement hunter. Basically, I only have one more achievement to do for this game, and we'll have 100% of it. And that achievement is to beat a boss without taking damage. So any boss after the tutorial boss specifically. So once you beat the tutorial boss, if you beat a boss without taking damage, you get an achievement. That is the only achievement we are missing from 100%ing this game. I think the characters are awesome. See, they could have very well, and they did reuse some stuff. I will say there is definite reusing of assets, which is fine because this is a sequel, right? You want some of those things, but they weren't overused, right? They weren't just like, oh yeah, the whole first half of the game is just Blasphemous 1 characters. No, they had characters throughout that were different and new and interesting. I think, like I said, as a sequel, this is a perfect sequel to Blasphemous 1. The feeling was there, the art was there, the music was there, the gameplay. The only thing I argue about the gameplay that might need to be fixed, and I don't know if it will, is if you swing with Verdicto before you get hit, when you get done getting hit, you swing it anyways, which has caused us more deaths in this game than anything else, probably. So I don't like that. I also, sorry, I don't know Spanish. This is a Spanish developer. But other than that and the penultimate boss, I have basically no complaints about this game. It's nice that we had two really, really good sequel games back to back, because we just finished Baldur's Gate 3 before this, and now we finished Blasphemous 2. These games definitely, now this is done by the same developer that made Blasphemous 1, obviously, whereas Baldur's Gate 3 was made by a different developer. But you can see that the love and care and vision that were put into those games came through in both of these games, both in Baldur's Gate 3 and Blasphemous 2. And it's just like I said, I got really frustrated with the penultimate boss, but man, this was just a really good game. Like, it was still interesting. I still wanted to see every boss. I still want to interact with every NPC. I wanted to get as much of the game as I could. And I will argue, I think it took us less time to beat this one than it did Blasphemous 1, but that may have been because Blasphemous 1, we were kind of new to it, but by the time we got to Blasphemous 2, we had already known what to expect mechanically speaking. So yeah, just an absolutely amazing game. I don't remember the name of the studio that this is. They said Team 17, but I think that's the publisher. I don't know the studio by name, but if any of them are watching, or if any of them see this, you guys continue to just make amazing games. Like Blasphemous 1 and 2, well, definitely 1, but 2 is now in that listing of some of my favorite games to play. Blasphemous 1 is one of the few games that I've done multiple playthroughs of. But yeah, this game's awesome. If you like platformers, if you like Metroidvanias, if you like the music you heard, if you like the aesthetic, any of that, give this game a play. It is still a difficult game. I will not sugarcoat it. There are some very difficult things to games like this. I am not very good at platforming. Thankfully, this one seemed to be a little... No, I take it back. This one's a lot more forgiving in the platforming, because in the first game, if you fell down a pit or hit spikes, insta-death. You just died. This game, if you do one of those, it takes a chunk of your health and puts you back. That has made this significantly more accessible than the first game was. But I'm not saying that makes the first game bad. Let me be very clear about that. I think that game was meant to be rock hard on top of being a really good game. This one dialed it back just a little bit on the difficulty, in my opinion, but that's a-okay, because I know there's some people that probably this will be their first Blasphemous game and they won't be playing the first one, or they haven't played the first one. But man, this game was awesome. I came in a little worried, because when it comes to sequels, it's like, are they gonna do well? You know, is it gonna be... All expectations met. 100% expectations met. Some of it went over my expectations, which is hard to do given that I had very high expectations for this game. Man, I can't wait to recommend this to people, because Blasphemous is now a 2-game series that is just very, very original, very much its own thing. Like, you can play, you know, your Symphony of Nights and your other Metroidvanias, and they have the same feeling, but the way this game nails its aesthetic, it's very beautiful and disturbing aesthetic, right? And it's also, because it's not like a gothic horror aesthetic, which is what a lot of Metroidvanias, especially the Castlevania games, did. It's a very gothic horror vampire thing, because that's the whole point. This one being like a Spanish Catholicism, Spanish Inquisition inspired thing about penance and guilt and sin, and it just does it so well, both in the storytelling and in the aesthetic. And the music, just fantastic, start to finish. I don't think there is a single song that we heard that I'm like, turn that off. I don't want it. I will be listening to the soundtrack, probably playing the soundtrack on stream for quite some time. And I know it sounds like I'm gushing over it, and I am. I'll be completely honest. I am gushing over this game because it was just so great. Like I said, I had problems with the penultimate boss. Like, I'm sure there's other people that's the kind of fight they would enjoy. I don't enjoy that kind of fight, but that was great. The lore, the aesthetic, all of that stuff. Nailed it a second time in a row with Blasphemous 2. Did we get an after credit scene? We do. Interesting. There was a ribbon fluttering in the breeze. I wonder what that is. But yeah, wow, just absolutely amazing. The last boss felt like a last boss of the first game, but different. It was once we learned its patterns, because like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on screen, but once we learned the patterns, how to move, what to dodge, how to dodge, that played exactly what I expected from a Blasphemous final fight. So I can honestly wholeheartedly recommend this. Let me check out the price on Steam real quick. I believe this game is like $25. Hold on, let me pull up Steam real quick. Okay, so the developer is called The Game Kitchen. If you're interested, it looks like maybe not. Maybe that's just a developer because it's saying all other things. Let me pause that. Let's see. How much does this cost? Okay, it's $30. It is $30 on Steam, and we played it for. Let me exit the game, and I'll give you the time on it. We played it for about 25 hours. So it's what, $30 for 25 hours of gameplay. And remember, I did some stuff off stream, so you would actually take a little bit longer if you're going for all the achievements and stuff. But yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Let me double check. I believe I only have one achievement